5 scary creepypastas around the web. Number 5. The Keyhole. This legend involves a man who checked into a hotel room for a few nights. After he obtained his room key, the woman at the front desk warned him that there was a door with no number on the way to his room. He explained that the room was locked and used for storage. She also warned him not to go or even look into the room. The man, although intrigued, went straight to his room without asking any more questions. But by the second night, his curiosity overwhelmed him. He tried turning the doorknob, but found it to be locked, just as the woman had claimed. Then, the man proceeded to peep through the keyhole. Beyond the door was what looked like a normal hotel room, exactly like his own. However, in the corner stood a very pale woman with her head resting against the wall opposite of the door. Confused, the man returned to his room. On the third day, the man decided to look through the keyhole once more. This time, all he saw was a deep shade of red and nothing else. Maybe the woman had suspected that someone was spying on her and had blocked it with something. The man decided that he would ask the woman at the front desk. She sighed and asked if he had looked through the keyhole. After he confirmed that he had, the woman proceeded to tell him the whole story. Many years ago, she said, a man murdered his wife in that very room, and her ghost now haunts it. Her ghost is said to be very pale, except for her eyes, which are bloodshot red. Number 4. The Grifter. The Grifter is a horrific internet urban legend which was first posted in 2009. It's about a video clip which is apparently so disturbing that it traumatized a lot of people who have watched it. Apparently, the video clip featured scenes of dying children, excruciating screams, and close-ups of exorcisms and corpses. Although something like The Grifter would indeed be horrific to watch, it's entirely a work of fiction. The person who started the legend admitted that the photos in the video were actually taken from a movie. Although most people now know that it's a hoax, it's still a terrifying story to tell around a campfire. Some have even recreated the video themselves in order to try and pass it off as the real thing. And here are some scenes from the video. Number 3. Kendall Cove. This story starts off with a forum thread that talks about an old children's show from the 70s, which was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. During one particular episode, it showed every character screaming for the whole duration of the episode. All they did was literally stand in one place and scream, while the little girl moaned and cried like she had been going through hours of this. One particular memory that really stood out was the main villain of the show, a skeletal character called the Skin Taker. His mouth slid back and forth instead of opening and closing. A commenter even recalled that when the little girl asked him why his mouth slid, the Skin Taker ignored her, looked directly at the camera and responded, "To grind your skin." One of the commenters got curious about the legitimacy of the show, so he asked his mother if she remembered a 70s kid show called Kendall Cove. She was genuinely surprised that he remembered it. Apparently, when he was 4, he would ask her for permission to watch it, and then proceed to tune the television to static and watch dead air for 30 minutes. Number 2. Jeff the Killer. Jeff was a little boy who moved to a new home with his parents. The day he moved in, he was invited to a neighbor's birthday party. When Jeff was waiting at the bus stop, 3 strangers attacked him with a knife. Jeff successfully defeated his attackers and left them on the street with broken wrists and knife wounds. After his ordeal, Jeff soon realized that he actually enjoyed inflicting pain on others. It was a feeling that he had inside of him, but it only seemed to get stronger when he was provoked or angered. On a night soon after that, Jeff's mother was awakened by someone crying in the bedroom. When she entered the room, she found Jeff carving a permanent smile into his cheeks. He had also managed to cut out his eyelids so that he could never sleep. Seeing that her son had gone insane, his mother ran to the bedroom to wake up her husband. She stopped cold when she saw Jeff standing in the doorway, a knife clutched in his hand. "Mommy, you lied," was the last thing they ever heard. Number 1. Normal porn for normal people. This urban legend starts off with a standard chain letter urging recipients to visit the website normalpornfornormalpeople.com because it was for the quote-unquote good of mankind. Naturally, having such an intriguing URL, Maine decided to check it out, and it turned out that it was a fairly basic website with a wall of text on the main page. The only thing that stuck out was the site's tagline, Normal Porn for Normal People, a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. Once people visited the site, most would leave after seeing that it was just a bunch of words. However, those who stuck around found out that a lot of those words in the boring text were actually download links to various distressing videos. The shocked people would then gather around forums and share their experiences, as well as the videos themselves. There were dozens of videos, but an 18-minute long video called useless.avi was extremely disturbing. A blonde woman is tied down and her mouth is taped shut. After the 7-minute mark, a man in a suit opens the door but doesn't enter. Instead, an animal that was briefly seen in another video steps inside. It is revealed to be an abused chimpanzee with its hair shaved and painted red. The man closes the door behind him, leaving the bound woman alone with the animal. The starved chimpanzee sniffs the air, notices the woman, and immediately begins to maul her alive. The assault goes on for an excruciating 7 minutes until her eventual demise. The video ends with the chimpanzee feasting on her corpse. If you liked our video, hit that like button and subscribe for more creepy stories.